How do you make a business? I'm gonna start my own.
When you start a company, son, the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to get a business license from the state. That's what typically in today's day and age somebody uses, an LLC. That stands for Limited Liability Company. So if you see Break Free Academy LLC, that's insinuating that the state has given me a limited liability company and a business license. You get that from the Secretary of State. It's a government department. You go in, you pay a couple $100, you type your name and a couple of other things about the business into the form, and then they give you an LLC. And the LLC, limited liability, do you know what liability is?
What you're able to do.
Right, what you're on the hook for is a better way of saying it. So if you have a company, we'll call it Break Free Academy, you have a company that is an LLC and you do something wrong, people sue that LLC, not Jackson Stewman. So Jackson Stewman is going to be okay because you're operating under the business. Jackson, this is where a lot of people start a business, get in trouble. They take personal checks to Jackson Stewman, they operate as Jackson Stewman, and they don't have a business license. So when something goes wrong, they can sue you personally. The whole point of having a company is so that they can't personally come after you if something goes wrong, and that you have the ability to charge it off in a company. The next thing that you got to do when you start a company, get your LLC, then you take the LLC to a bank, and then you open a bank account. I watch a lot of business owners, they start an LLC and then they still use their own personal bank account, PayPal, or whatever the case.
It messes up.
Well, the government taxes corporations, an LLC, different than they tax individuals. You can write off certain things with an LLC, for the government has something called the alternative minimum tax. So if you work for a company, if you're a personal guarantor, so a sole proprietor, somebody works for themselves, then what happens is you make a certain amount of money, the government takes it automatically. They say, hey, we are going to tax you at the effective rate, anything you make above 100, it's about 120 grand a year, I believe. And so, but if you're a limited liability company and you don't take money personally, there's no alternative minimum tax on corporations or LLCs.
Does it cost money to open up your own bank account?
You gotta have money to put in it. Typically what somebody will do is they'll go get an LLC and they'll go put $100 in a bank account and open the bank account with $100. So then you've got money in there.
And then eventually it'll double.
So now we got all the paperwork. That's what you gotta do to start a business. LLC, bank account, now you're a business. What do you think the next move is?
Come up with your business idea, go on Instagram or like Facebook or YouTube and say, will you be into buying this? And if they say yes, open it up. If they say no, come up with a better idea.
See, where do you learn that, man?
It just started smart to me, and I've heard you talk about it.
Okay, all right. You could have just said, I learned it from you, Pops. Been like that drug commercial in the 80s. Where did you learn how to do this? I learned it from you, Dad. Remember that? So you're watching this video and you're probably thinking, how can I get in touch with that guy and ask him a couple questions? Find out if he's real, find out if he knows what he says he knows, find out if he is who he says he is. I want to talk to you, so just call my office. It's 972-573-6773. Just call the office. Somebody will pick up the phone. They may route you to me. They may route you to one of our success coaches. Everybody on my team is an 8-figure producer that's capable of giving you the information, the strategy, and the success that you need in life. So give us a call. Again, that number is 972-573-6773. Give us a call. Give us an opportunity to change your life. Before you even go spend the money on an LLC and a bank account, you can ask. My friend Kevin Nations calls it the lean-in method. You may not know this yet, but when you lean in for a kiss with a girl, you don't go 100. Like, let's say this is the girl, you don't go 100% until your face hurts, right? Not on the first kiss. What you do is you lean in 60%, she leans in 40%, you know you got a kiss. That's right.
60 plus 40 equals 100.
That's right. So this gives you an opportunity to lean in for a kiss with your audience. You say, hey, I'm thinking about mowing yards for $50 a yard. I can take on 10 people. Is there anybody in my neighborhood here who might be interested in me mowing the yard?
Or if they have a bigger house, you could put, like, if let's say the house is 40 acres, $15 an acre.
Whatever the case may be, but you got to find out if people are interested in it. A lot of people fail in business because they have an idea and they go do all the background stuff, and then the public doesn't want to buy it. So this way you find out you're doing the right thing before you get caught up in time, money, and everything else. Let's say that you lean in and people are like, yeah, Jackson, I'd like you to mow my yard, $15 an acre. Then what do you think's next?
You tell them your business, you get them to sign up, and they pay you the money. When they pay you the money, you want to give them your word, and that word better work. So instead of scamming them and taking their money and running and closing the business, you could take the money and actually go put in the work and move they want.
Only if the internet marketing community understood that concept, son. You are way wiser and way more prepared to be successful than 99% of the people in my industry just with that line of thinking. Because you know what? You can shear a sheep as long as they're alive, but you can only eat lamb chops from them once. A customer will pay you $15 an acre for the rest of their life maybe, but they only gonna let you steal from them once. And so many people, they steal from them once and they don't understand the long term. So the fact that you have that thought process at 11 years old makes you a genius at business already, because you're thinking about starting a business with ethics, son. Once they pay you, what's the most important thing to do?
Give them your word and do it. Do the work.
Do what you say you're gonna do. What, say it again?
FYE.
You do what you say you're gonna do when you say you're gonna do it. It's integrity. This is one of the most important business skills that you can have, son. So what kind of business you gonna open?
I was thinking about doing this company called Swim Shorts because nobody likes wearing swim trunks. They're uncomfortable.
So what are you gonna do? Teach them to swim naked?
No, I'm gonna see like how these shorts could be comfortable and make them able to swim in. And when you swim in them, they don't get messed up by the chlorine or the ocean water. And if you look at the beach, not a lot of people wear swim trunks. They're either like athletic shorts. If you're in athletic shorts and you go swimming, the chlorine messes it up. If you find out how to like change it, the business could be good.
I like that idea. Actually, there might be something to that. You're right. Nobody really likes a bathing suit. That's like what you put on versus if we could just swim in what you're wearing now and there was a way for it to dry off quick and not fade. Interesting. Probably exists. Something to look into. Well, you know what I would do if I were you? I'd go on my YouTube channel and I'd ask people if they're interested in buying shorts like that. See what they say.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, son. You got a lot of wisdom for an 11-year-old, man. You're gonna do big things. You're gonna 11 and a half. You're almost 12, right? You're gonna do big things. You're gonna lead great people, man. And you got a great heart. I really love you, son.
Love you too, Dad.